Yo, people, it is J Reaper X, and this is the part 3 of What If Luffy Had New Order. Um, like I usually say, thank you all for the support, especially on the part 2 of the New Order Luffy. We just made a whole record, 841 now. It's crazy. It's crazy. Thank you all for that. It motivates me, honestly, to continue making these videos. So I had a suggestion. I forgot who made it. But if you're watching this right now, I'm gonna make it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna post your suggestion tomorrow. It was like Naruto with a bunch of fruits. So, yeah. Anyways, let's start this video. So we last left off where, Nami and her village were talking to Billemere, And then Nami officially joins the crew now. So Luffy can trust her. So, Luffy in his head, he says, New order. From now on. What can I give Nami, bro? I mean, sure, I could give her Haki. Okay. Just wait. Okay, so I just found what to give Nami. Okay, so Luffy in his head, he says, New order. From now on, Nami will have basic armament Haki, basic observation, and will have chakra, and will know how to use it. So, yeah. Now, Nami has chakra, observation, basic, and basic armament. So, that's quite nice. So she won't. Okay, I don't know what I can give her access to. I guess lightning style and wind style, because she doesn't need anything else. What is she gonna do with fire? Yeah, water is just no, man. It is not fair, bro. And earth, meh, So she's just gonna have thunder and yeah, she's gonna have thunder and wind. Originally, I was just gonna have her Sakura level strength, but man, I don't see Nami punching, people. I don't see that happening at all, bro. So, anyways, Nami gets the information. She knows she has Haki now. She has observation, and she knows about chakra and her chakra natures and how to use it. Basically, she knows all the previous techniques. So, yeah. So yeah, that's what Nami has now. Yeah, I gave Sanji Haki, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Usopp, I just gave him modern weapons. So, I'm just pretend, okay? No, not even, bro. Not even. Yeah. Not even, bro. Don't forget what I just said. Zoro, I don't know. Did I give him Haki? I'm pretty sure I gave him basic Haki, armament and observation. And he also has Conquerors, basic. And this time he actually is aware. So that'll be quite useful, And yeah. So after, talking with Velimir, she disappears. And you know, she just tells them that she's gonna visit them sometime soon again. And the village was quite sad, but they're happy. They can do that 2 days a week, so that's just cool, man. Yeah, that's so cool, bro. So yeah. Anyways, now Naomi says her goodbyes to the village, and she goes with the Straw Hats now. Yeah. Sorry about that, but let's continue. Like I said, Naomi joins the crew officially. They go to the Going Merry. And now they are actually heading to Locktown because Luffy wants to see the place where the Pirate King was born and was executed. Because he's typical Luffy. He's just like that, man. Anyways, him and his crew, they just head there. So, yeah. After some pretty nice adventures, they finally go to Locktown. So yeah. During that time, Luffy was just meditating, going in his mindscape to talk to Bates. And yeah. She can't really age, so she's like the same age as Luffy. And no, bro, don't even think about it, bro. You're just like a sister. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah. Don't, bro. Don't even think about it, bro. She's like a sister to him, so. Yeah, they finally go head to Locktown, and yeah, Luffy just goes around, admiring the town. Zoro, like he wanted to go out, but Nami was like, "Oh no, you are not getting lost again." And Usopp, he's not scared anymore. He's just chilling on the boat. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. Well, Nami just goes down spending money, and yeah. Now we go to Luffy. He has a fat bounty on his head. I literally forgot what bounties I gave them, so if I give them new ones, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. I'm so sorry, man. I'm sorry. So now, not. I'm gonna just say they have a big bounty. I'm gonna think about it later. So they have big bounties on their heads, all of them, because the guy that takes pictures, he saw Usopp's weird weapons and how efficient they were. So of course he gets a fat bounty too. And Naomi, which just her skills, yeah, she got quite a high bounty. Zoro, of course, he did. Sanji too. Yeah, Sanji, he got a bounty earlier, and he actually got an actual picture, not a weird drawing, bro. And of course, Luffy, like he's the main attention. So yeah. Anyways, like I said, Luffy's has a fat bounty on his head. So he can, when he just walks around, finds a bar again, and just stuffs his face with food. And yeah, after that he pays the waiter or whatever. And he goes. He wants to go out, but then a guy with white hair, just with fat cigars on his mouth, just looks at him and yells, "Straw Hat! Surrender now, or I'll have to do this the hard way." And then Luffy looks back and he sees. Yeah. So Luffy looks back and sees a guy in a marine outfit. And he just looks at him and says and asks, "Who are you? You seem to be a marine, but I don't know you, so who are you?" And then the marine says, "I'm Captain Smoker, also known as the White Chaser, and I'll be the one to bring you to justice, Straw Hat Luffy." And Luffy looks at him with a deadpan expression, and he's like, "Do you truly think that you could beat me, Smokey?" From what I assume, you ate a sort of smoke fruit or something. Then the Smoker nods, and then, he covers his fist in smoke and launches at Luffy and yells, "White blow!" And then, he tries to hit Luffy, but Luffy just dodges. And, after like a few minutes of dodging, Luffy's just annoyed, and he's like, "Look, man, you're too weak. You don't even have haki. Go find someone else to annoy or get stronger and face me again." And then, Luffy activates haki. I believe he gave himself basic of all, so he has so he uses haki, just hit Smoker like it's crazy, bro. He does a red hawk on Smoker, and it's just crazy, man. So then after that, Smoker goes unconscious. Yeah, the force of Red Hawk was too much for him to handle. Anyways, Smoker unconscious. Luffy still wandering around city. Now, when he finally reaches the he finally reaches the execution platform. And remember, Buggy is not here because I believe last time I don't know if it was part 1 or part 2, but I gave Buggy some huge buffs, bro. It's crazy. So now Buggy's not here. He's not in the East Blue. He's in the New World. He's known now. I might just say he's a Yonko. Which surprised Shanks. Buggy, bro, of all people. A Yonko, bro. Dang. So, he's Nah, not even, bro. He's just an emperor. Yeah, he's just an emperor, because why not? He didn't feel like joining the Yonkos with Shanks. So, yeah, he's an emperor now. And he had a big bounty. I'm gonna say huge bounty, $1 billion. Yeah, $1 billion. And now he's an emperor, Anyways, enough about Buggy. So, like I said, now it's only Alvida, bro. Alvida mad at Luffy, bro. So, Luffy sees Alvida, and she seems familiar to him, and he's like, "Oh, you're that fat lady I found when I rescued Kobe. You seem to have grown slimmer. That's quite good." And Alvida is just pissed off, and she swings her mace at him, and Luffy dodges easily, and he uses haki and hits her in the stomach, bro. Then proceeds to combo her, bro. Red Hawks, Gatlings. Oh, it's crazy, bro. And then, yeah, like I said, it's just crazy, bro. It going ham on her, bro. And he finally finishes it with a gum giant pistol and launches her into oblivion again. So, yeah. Then it's gone, man. That's it, bro. Luffy just goes up to the execution platform and looks, down on people. He just laughs. And there's thunder, like, going, like, around him while he laughs. And it reminds people of how Gold Roger laughed when he was getting executed. And it scares a lot of them, like. Some of them are shocked, some of them are just scared. Like, it's crazy. And then, Luffy jumps down and people just make space for him to walk. And, yeah. That's, Luffy just like that. So, after that, Smoker, again, engages with Luffy. And, he's still no match for Luffy. I'm just gonna say this. He's no match at all. Even though his devil fruit is good, Haki just counters it all. Plus, man, gum fruit, bro. It's too OP, So this is how the fight goes. Smoker ambushes Luffy from behind, and he managed to somehow hit Luffy with the tip of his GT, making Luffy weak for a little. And then, Luffy just goes back on the game, activating Haki where the GT is, and he just covers his fist with Haki. And then he starts battling it out with Smoker. Smoker uses his GT trying to hit him with to a weak spot, but Luffy just uses Haki and can easily counter it. And then Luffy jumps back, covers his fist in Haki. Yeah. And he says, Gomu Gomu no Bazooka! And then he uses his Gum Bazooka on Smoker. Plus the Haki, like, I don't know what to call it, Hawk Bazooka. I don't know if that's a move in the actual anime. So, but I guess I just made it up. Unless it's in the anime. If it's in the anime, then it's just an attack. So then fire comes out of Smoker again. And this time he actually tanks it, which surprises Luffy quite a bit. And then, this starts exchanging blows. Smoker using his smoke ability, Luffy just using Haki covered fists. And yeah. Then Luffy is quite bored. And in his head he says, "New order. From now on, Smoker will not be able to use his Delphin ability for 1 minute." Then suddenly, all the smoke goes back inside of Smoker, and he just can't use his smoke ability anymore. And he looks at Luffy, but the only thing he sees is a black fist right in front of his face, hitting with extreme speed and force. And then he crashes in the ground. The last thing he sees is this devilish smile of D, the same one he saw when Roger was executed, over him, with a figure of Roger right behind him. That was the last thing he saw before passing out. So yeah. After this fight, Luffy just goes back to his boat, and here, while walking, he encounters Nami, and they talked. Like, she's like, "Hey, Luffy, hope you didn't spend all the money, right?" And then Luffy just sees Nami with a hockey and lightning covered fist, looking at him with a devilish grin, bro. And Luffy's sweat drops and is like, Nami, no, of course I didn't. I'm not that stupid, you know? And then he hands her the rest of the money that he didn't spend. And then Nami calms down and is like, good. Else I would have beaten you. I would have given you the beating of your life. Then Luffy just shivers and they just walk back to the ship. Yeah, and they see just Zoro sleeping. Usopp just admiring his guns, bro. And Sanji's just cooking. Yeah. Now, after the lockdown, they set sail to go to the next island. So, the crew is excited because they're finally entering the Grand Line. And, when they're going, they encounter, actually, two people. I don't know, I forgot. It's Vivian, Mr. something. Let me just check. Yeah, so it's Mr. 9 and Mrs. Wednesday. Basically, Vivian, Mr. 9. So they both, first they encounter Miss Wednesday. And then, Miss Wednesday is like, tells them to not trust Mr. 9, but they just rescue him, So, yeah. Then, they go to the reverse mountain. And, they have their little adventure. So, Miss Wednesday and Mr. 9, they're tied up. They're not escaping anytime soon. They're just tied up. So, yeah, like I said, they go up the reverse mountain. And, yeah, they have a thrilling adventure going up. And then they go down at, a high speeds, bro. And, it's crazy, bro. Go up at high speeds down. And, yeah. Now, when they reach down, actually, they see that they hit something. And it seems to be a giant rock. But when they look closer, they see there's a giant whale, actually. And then they see a man. No, not even, bro. Yeah, they see a man on the left with a little house. Then they get down and they're like, but Luffy's like, hey, old man, what's going on? Why is there a big whale just in the way? And Crocus is like, oh, that's LeBron. He's just been here ever since a crew of pirates promised him that they were gonna come back soon, but it's been almost 20 years, and that crew is still nowhere to be found. Then, Luffy, kind of sad for Laboon, but he gets an idea. So, when Luffy goes to Laboon and hits him in the head, then Laboon turns to him aggressively, and they start fighting it out. The crew is kind of worried about what Luffy is doing, but they put their trust in him, so they know whatever he's doing, it's the right thing. So Luffy uses the Gum Gum pistols, bazookas, Gatlings, all that, and then he stops suddenly, and the boot is confused, and like wants to fight more, and he lets Luffy know that, but then Luffy's like, we'll leave it at a tie, okay, Laboon? Else how when I come back, we're gonna settle this, all right? And then Laboon, I don't know what sound whales do, but just I guess nods in excitement. And then that's it. That literally is it. That's the end of the little whiskey peak. Reverse mountain. And after going to their ship, Laboon obviously gets out. Well, gets out of the way, and they can finally go to the next island. So Mr. Nine recommends them to go to the Whiskey Peak. So the crew goes there. So like after like a day of sailing, they finally reach Whiskey Peak, to which they see, surprisingly, what seems to be the whole village welcoming them inside Whiskey Peak, which is quite suspicious to them. And like I said, in this, Luffy is less dumb, so he knows something has to be going on. And his crew does too. So, they just pretend they're like, wow, this city seems amazing. Hope we could stay there for a long time. And then, all the villagers started welcoming them. In their head, they're just smiling because all of them are bounty hunters, bro. And they know that Luffy and his crew have huge bounties on their heads. They all work for Baroque Works, Crocodile's organization. Yeah, so Luffy and his crew are led in the village, and they're park their boat, I guess. Leave their boat at like the harbor or whatever it's called. And Luffy just eats. He stuffs his face with food. And it's actually free, bro. And they have a good night's sleep after that. But Luffy activated observation. Yeah, so I don't know if I gave Usopp Haki. If I didn't, well, he doesn't have armor. He has observation, the same observation he has in One Piece, so he can see souls from like far away. And he matched that. He doesn't need to use in dire situations. He knows. Yeah. So all of them have observation Haki actually. So all of them, they activate observation while sleeping. And then Zoro actually wakes up first. He wanders around the city. Well, yeah, he wakes up in the middle of the night actually. So he walks around the city, and he just as soon as he goes out, he sees that people are ready to kill him, and he's like, so Captain was right. Seems like you all are bad people. And then Zoro unsheathes one sword and just rushes at them, swinging, annihilating hundreds of them. So after like the commotion, Luffy wakes up and he yells, "Straw Hats!" Wake up! It seems like Zoro, it seems like our intuition was right. These villagers are just here to kill us. Maybe they're bounty hunters or something. Anyways, let's go and kick their asses. And then, all the crew wakes up. Well, Naomi is now pleased with this. She wants to hit Luffy badly, but she just calms down understanding, Then they all wake up. And they see Zoro massacring people. And Naomi just uses hockey on the stick. Yeah, she still uses that. And she just eyes thunder through it and just strikes all them bounty hunters with thunder. Usopp is going. Usopp with the full auto, bro. Full auto with a scope, just going ham on these bounty hunters, bro. He doesn't kill them. He hits them like on the arms and legs so that they can move. Yeah. As for Sanji, he just kicks, he just jumps in the air, smashes his leg on the ground, making huge craters, and just, using his black leg style to absolutely end them. So, after, a good 10 minutes, they defeat all the bounty hunters there. But, Luffy, sorry. I don't know, Mr. What? I don't know his name. No, not even, bro. Okay, yeah. So once they're done all that, Mrs. Wednesday comes up and introduces herself as Vivi after seeing them fight, and tells them that she's the princess of the Alabasta Kingdom and that they are in dire need of help right now. Because an evil man known as Crocodile, one of the 7 emperors, one of the 7 royal Shichibukai, 7 emperors, has basically taken control of the Alabasta Kingdom. And, she begs them for help, and Luffy having sympathy, because, Luffy having sympathy is just accepts. And they head for the Alabasta Kingdom. But again, they stop on another island, to which they see giant dinosaurs, and it seems that the island is stuck on the prehistoric era. So, yeah. Then they just enter it, and the island is actually a little garden. So, Usopp is interested because he's heard that giants like brave warriors, and he wants to be a brave warrior of the sea too. So he sees the guy Groggy. I don't know what his name is. Groggy, bro. The 2 giants, bro. I'm just gonna call him Groggy and not even, bro. I'm just gonna search up the name. So yeah, they meet Dory and Brogy, the 2 giants of Elbaf. And again, Sanji and Zoro get into a competition. They do their own thing. Usopp goes to Brogy, and Nami and Luffy, they go to Dory. So, they get meat, a whole bunch of meat. They eat together, And Nami's just sitting there, talking with Dory, and also with Luffy. So when the volcano explodes, Dory already explained about the duel thing, so they know. And basically, he goes and fights with Brogy. And Brogy, he explained to Usopp about being a brave warrior of the sea and all. And Usopp is interested, so he memorizes them information about Elbaf, about the giants, the duels, all that. So yeah. Anyways, while they were, doing all that, there was Mr. 3, the candle guy, Mr. 5, the bomb guy, Miss Valentine, the kilo woman, and Miss Golden Week, the woman with paintings or whatever. You paint your back and you do a certain thing. So yeah. They were planning on annihilating the Straw Hats and the Giants. So yeah. And basically the Giants have their honorable duel, and Luffy notices that somebody's about to interrupt this duel, and he's mad because it's all about honor here, so he's mad that somebody dares to interrupt an honorable duel. So then he goes and sees the candle guy, Mr. 3. And then he activates Armament Haki, goes in the air and yells, "Gomu Gomu no! Red the Hawk!" Then slams his fist, his fist that is covered in fire, onto Mr. 3, putting him unconscious immediately. No questions asked. I think he sees the bomb guy. And the bomb guy picks his nose and launches it on Luffy, and it explodes. And then Luffy is like, interesting devil fruit. I wonder if I can copy it. Maybe I can give it to one of my crew members. Usopp seems like he would need it. And then Luffy in his head, he's like, "New order. From now on, I will make a copy of the devil fruit known as the bomb fruit." And then a copy of it appears in his hand, and he hides it in a pocket that he has. And he continues to destroy the rest of them. Yeah, the Kilo woman one-shotted. Even though she didn't move because of her, 10 kilos, so she couldn't move. She still went unconscious. And as for the woman with paintings, Luffy has observation haki, so he knew it was easy for him to dodge that. So yeah. And he knocked her out too. So then Luffy goes back to Nami, and again, if the duel between Brogy and Dory end, and this time, even without the disadvantage, Dory injured Brogy badly, so Dory won. And Yeah, you see, you know how I said no disadvantage. You see, the wax guy, he actually managed to well, his wax managed to reach Brogy, so it kind of enveloped it, so that's why he lost. Yeah, gotta give a reason, you know. Anyways, Dory is getting kind of emotional because he knows he couldn't stop, but still, you know, he lost his best friend. You know, he cries and cries, and then Luffy sees this and he's like, their honorable battle was interrupted. Their friendship must continue. And then in his head, he's like, new order. From now on, Brogy will be healed of all his injuries. And then Brogy suddenly heals up. And Dory stops crying and, you know, he hugs Brogy. They both agree that they're both going back to Elbath. So yeah, that's how this arc ends. Meanwhile, Sanji, he heard the sound of it, then the Mushi, and he goes to it and he answers it. The voice says in a deep voice, Mr. 3, I'm expecting a report right now. How are the Straw Hats doing? And then Sanji, who is smart, is like, Sir, the Straw Hats have been annihilated. We will bring them back to you. And then Mr. Zero, also known as Crocodile, through the Denman Mushi says, good job. Make sure you bring them back to me. Understood? Then Sanji says, yes, sir. And then the Denman Crocodile hangs up. And then Sanji's like, it seems that someone is targeting us. It might be that Royal Shinshibukai that Vivi was talking about. I have to report to the crew. Then Sanji goes back to the crew. Well, on the boat. And Zoro and him brought tons of meat. Yeah. And while they were going, like, there was a huge fish that was just in front of them, and the two giants were going to help them. So they did their combined attack, slashing the fish in two. And yeah. And then the Straw Hats continued on their journey to save Alabasta. So after a while of sailing to go to Alabasta, Nami suddenly gets sick. And Luffy did try to use New Order on her, but it seemed to not work at all. And then the crew, they're forced to stop at a nearby island. And that island is Drum Island. So also, while they were sailing, they encountered Wapol, guy with the Munch fruit. And they destroyed him, like they did. No problem. And then, they go to Drum Island. At first, the villagers, as soon as they see a pirate ship, they're ready to annihilate them, but we know they're not going to do anything. But then the pirates, Luffy is like, please, help my crewmate. She catched a fatal illness. Do you know where we can find a doctor to help her? And then the villagers, they calm down and they're like, well, pirates. There's a doctor named Dr. Kureha that is on top of the mountain there, and they point at a big mountain, like the biggest one. And then Luffy nods, and he wears, he made good clothes, like for winter for all his crew. So yeah. And they go together like they don't want to get lost. It's not happening. No. They all go together to the mountain thing, and they reach faster than usual because Luffy has haki. And Usopp is like being carried by Zoro. So yeah. And Nami's, yeah. No, actually not. I said Usopp could create any weapon, so he just, I know a weapon like that, yeah, so he has those, I don't know, sights, I believe they will be considered as a weapon, but he mostly uses long-range weapons. He can summon close-range ones, so it's just sights, go to climb the mountain. So yeah, Luffy uses armament haki so he doesn't feel the cold. Zoro does too, and Sanji does the same. So yeah. Anyways, so after they climb to the mountain, and they see a old lady there that is just in front of a big castle. And then they're like, Luffy is like, hey old lady, are you Dr. Korea? And then no, Dr. Korea ignores that Luffy called her old, and is like, yes, yes, I'm Dr. Korea. What can I do for you? And then Luffy is like, well, I need you to help one of my crewmates. She's really ill, and she needs immediate help. And then Dr. Korea nods and tells her to bring her inside the castle, and they do so. So yeah, Nami is currently being treated, and they see Chopper that introduced himself. Chopper was like, hi, my name is Tony Chopper, and I'm the assistant of Dr. Korea. I'll be the one to treat your crewmate. And then they all nod. So, after like a few days, Nami's healed completely. And they're about to head out, but of course, Wapol has arrived, and he's currently fighting the bison guy. So yeah. Then Luffy and his crew take Chopper. Like, Chopper accepted the offer to come to the ship as a doctor. So they'll both run away from Chopper because Kuroe is chasing them right now. So they're running away with Chopper to the berry. And then they see Wapol over the beaten up bison guy. And Luffy's kind of pissed off because the bison guy was quite friendly, to them, and showed them the way. So Luffy cocks his fist back and is like, "Gomu gomu no, Reddo, Hawk." Then he slams his fist onto Wapol. But later, Nami was behind with her. I don't know. I think it's called a baton. Yeah, her baton, and she's just swings it, sending Wapol flying to Zoro. Then Zoro just unsheathes 3 swords, and then uses the technique, the 300 and I don't know, 180-pound Phoenix, then sends him to Usopp. And then Usopp fires like rubber ammo and continuously hits Wapol, sending him flying to Usopp. Pardon me, Sanji. And Sanji uses a haki on his legs and just kicks him towards Chopper. And then Chopper uses his Rumble Ball and uses it to get arm point. And then uses his Roseo hooves. Yeah, it's an actual move. And sends Wapol flying like crazy, bro. Bro got comboed so hard, bruh. And then Wapol is gone. And they quickly deal with the subordinates. So yeah, they don't have to worry about it anymore. Anyways, after that, the villagers, including the bison guy, thanked them. And Straw Hats go! So, and then Luffy goes to his mindscape again, and he's like, "Hey, sis, how are you doing?" And then in Kathleen base, he's like, "Hey, Luffy, how you doing?" And then Luffy is like, "Hey, sis, I have a question for you." And then she's like, "Ask away." And Luffy says, "Would you like to join my crew? Because I think I could get you out of here and put you in the real world. But if I do, would you please join my crew?" And then Kathleen goes to Luffy and hugs him and picks him up because, like, she's quite tall. She's taller than Luffy. That's all I know. So I don't know her actual height, but All Might is 7 feet tall, I think, and that's a lot. So I'm gonna say she's 8 feet tall. I'm gonna just see how much is that in meters. So I did my research. Apparently she's 6'3", but I'm gonna make her 8 feet. So yeah, she's 8 feet. Cause why not? So Luffy reaches like above her waist, and so she hugs Luffy and agrees, and he hugs her back and is like, "Why are you so tall?" And then she's like, "Man, I don't know, Luffy, but you could make me the same height as your friend Nami there, or just a head taller than her." And then Luffy like does that. He's in his head. He's like, "New order. From now on, Kathleen Bates will be a head taller than Nami." Yeah, so not actually. No. He says, "From now on, Kathleen Bates will be 1 head taller than me." So yeah, she's now 1 head taller than Luffy. I guess. I don't know why I did that. Why not? Anyways, and then Luffy says again, "New order. From now on, Kathleen Bates will pop up in the new world, in the real world." So then, after a very dim light appears, Um, Stars and Stripes. Well, Kathleen Bates. Kathleen arrives in the actual One Piece world, and Luffy's like, "Hey, Kathleen, how you doing?" And then she's like, "Whoa, Luffy, feels so weird to be back again in the real world." Then he laughs, and she does too. So like I said, she's the same age as Luffy, even though she was 42 in the anime. So yeah. Anyways, Luffy in his head, he says, "New order. From now on, Kathleen Bates will have one for all and have full mastery over it." So now she has one for all. I know. How does he know that? He has a lot of, I guess he just added intelligence, power. Well, she explained to him about quirks, so yeah, she knows about one for all. So she explained to him about that. So yeah, I don't need to come up with an explanation. So she has one for all and has full control over it. So she has the black whip. Not even, bro. She has it, but she gonna use it only if necessary, So she feels the power surging through her. Since she gave new order to Luffy, so she can't use it anymore. If I said she could, then she can't. I'm sorry. So yeah. Now, yeah, she has one for all the 6 quirks, or was it 7? I don't know. Black Whip, Smoke Screen, Fajin, Float. What? Bro, what are the quirks, bro? Black Whip, Fajin, Smoke Screen, Float, Danger Sense. There was one last one. Well, of course, one for all. There was a 7th quirk, but I don't know. I forgot about it. I'm sorry. If I'm gonna do research later, but whatever. Anyways, yeah. So she has all that. So she's super strong. One for all would be weak in One Piece, but I'm gonna say her punches is like soccer level strength. Twice soccer level strength at 100%. Yeah. So it leaves huge craters, bro. Anyways, she's kind of muscular like in the anime. And yeah. So now she's not wearing her she's actually wearing a hero costume, yeah. The one with an American flag. I'm gonna show you all. So yeah, she looks like that. She has the costume and all, but you know what? I'll make it. Nah, she just has the same costume. Yeah. Bruh. Yeah, so she has the exact same costume, but she doesn't have the weird mask thing. No, she doesn't have that. So yeah, now Stars and Stripes is part of the crew with one for all, and hands once for all. Yeah. So guys, I'm gonna end this video here on a little cliffhanger. Anyways, thank you all for the support. Hope you like this part 3 of what if Luffy had new order. And like I said, if you need to suggest something, just suggest it. So tomorrow there won't be a part there. I will not post the part. I will post the suggestion, like I said at the start of the video, of the person. So yeah. Anyways, peace out. and goodbye. Bye bye.